Hello, children. Children, today I'm going to move ahead with the secondary sector, that is the industrial sector, which we were discussing. And we have already discussed the types of industries according to on the basis of ownership, on the basis of raw materials they use, and on the basis of their size. Okay, these were the three criterias under which we discuss the types of industries. Now, children, today I am going to tell you about the present industrial structure in India. What is the structure of the present industrial sector in India? Okay, what are the features of it? How is industrial sector or the structure of industrial sector in our country, uh, you can say it is distinguished or it is known. Okay, so the industrial sector consists of or is a coexistence of large and small scale industries. So the present industrial structure means the type of industries that are there. So in India, the types of industries that are there, they are both large scale industries and small scale industries. In the last week, we read about the difference between the large scale and the small scale industries. There are many differences about the type, the amount of capital they use, the amount of labor and the amount of output, the kind of output which is marketed. So there are many distinctions between large scale and small scale that I assume that you know. Okay, so the present industrial structure is a coexistence of both in large scale industries and small scale industries. Then the second one is that our industrial structure is characterized by regional disparities. Now disparities means, children, imbalances. Now you may be coming across many states which are more wealthy than some states. For example, if you take the example of Maharashtra, okay, Maharashtra being an industrialized state, it is very wealthy. Why? Because it has got a lot of industries, there is a lot of concentration of people there, there are more resources. So Maharashtra is definitely a better and a wealthy state than Bihar. Okay, now Bihar is less developed, less number of industries, lesser exploration. So there is a regional imbalance between Mumbai and Bihar. Not only Mumbai and Bihar, there are many other states which are backward and many other states which are very developed. So regional disparities means the imbalance between the development of different states of one country. So our industrial structure, it is a feature of our industrial structure that there are regional disparities between the states of our country. Now let me just elaborate this point and let me tell you what are the reasons of these regional disparities. Why do these regional disparities occur? Okay, so first of all, what are the reasons? The reasons of the regional disparities is one, because of the location. Now if you remember why Britishers invaded India and why they entered from Bengal, because of its location, because it was easy accessible. Okay, it had a port, so it was easy to transport, and moreover it had a very rich resource. It had very rich resources. So number one is the location. It should be accessible. Okay, it can be accessible through water, rail, road, or air. The other one is resources. The kind of resources found in a particular area also leads to regional disparity. Now the soil which is present in Gujarat, that's a black soil, and it is very favorable for cotton to grow in the black soil. So obviously Gujarat is very famous in production of cotton, and hence it is a place where all the cotton textiles are also located, and hence it is more industrialized. So The other reason for regional disparities is the resources. Then the third reason is the kind of facilities available in that area. So if this area if this area is more accessible to transport, more accessible to banking, more accessible to railways, communication, telephone, so these facilities also decide that a region becomes wealthy or it becomes backward. Okay, and also sometimes some areas are given tax concessions. Okay, for example, if there is some backward area, some states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana give various economic incentives like tax concession, cheap credit facilities, so entrepreneurs are attracted. Now what happens in Mumbai, Mumbai, the government is giving more and more incentives. It is giving a kind of a attraction to the investor that come and set up your factory in Mumbai and get a discount of 10% in tax. Okay, so whatever tax you have to pay to the government, you can give 10% less. Okay, so this is called a tax concession. Also, many of these sectors or many of these states, they also offer tax concessions to the newly interested people. So that is one, again, another important reason for the regional disparity. So children, this also you can get it as a 5-mark question. What are the reasons for regional disparity in India among the states? Okay, and regional disparity is also one of the features of the present industrial structure. Moving on to the other feature, that is diversification. Diversification is now Indian industry is not only concerned with the manufacturing of consumer goods, but it is also into the manufacturing of heavy goods, steel, iron, chemicals, electricals, electronic. So there is a lot of diversification in what we are producing, in what kind of industries India has got. So this is again a feature. Then the other feature is the coexistence of all the sectors. All the coexistence of all sectors means, like we discussed, that there are 3 sectors: private sector, then public sector, and joint sector. Private sector is owned completely by one single individual or a group of individuals. Then public sector is owned entirely by the government, if you remember. And joint sector is the ownership is between the private sector as well as the government. So in India, industries, they consist of all three sectors: the private, public, and the joint sector. While discussing the types of industries and the ownership, we discussed this thing based on ownership. We discussed that the industries are types of industries are private, public, and joint, if you remember. Then the last feature is that the level of industrialization. Now the level at which the industries, the places are industrialized in India, we have divided into 3 categories. Category A, which consists of the old industrialized states. You needn't remember, but yes, you should know that which all states are there. You need not remember, but you should know that there are 3 categories. One is the old industrialized states, which consist of states of Maharashtra, West Bengal, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu. Okay, these 4 states are there, which are old industrialized states. These were developed by the Britishers. Okay, because they had ports and they had other facilities. Then the second category, category B, is the new industrialized states that consist of Punjab, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Delhi, Goa, Kerala. Any 2-3 you can remember. Okay. Then is the industrially backward states. Those states in which the level of industrialization is too low. The states consist of Bihar, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Odisha, Nagaland, Sikkim, Rajasthan, and Himachal Pradesh. So these are industrially backward states. Alright. So this is the kind of features of our industrial sector. Okay.